All right, guys, good morning. First and foremost, I hope you're all doing well. I'm very excited for this to be like my first real class here at Pure Toms River. This is one of my favorite spots, and I'm just stoked to be able to teach and lead you guys through practice today. My name is Eric. I actually graduated my teacher training with Ashley and Camille, who's one of the boxes on that screen over there. You know, I can't really see you guys, so if you're dealing, and I really don't know you guys, so if you're dealing with any injuries, anything like that at all, feel free to modify as best you can. And yeah, hope you guys are all doing well this morning. Let's start in our Sukhasana, our easy seat. If you have a book, a block, a pillow, something that you like to put under the hips to kind of elevate you up, go ahead and do it. But root down through the sits bones. Start to draw your navel up and in. Feel your spine lengthen your crown up toward the ceiling. And then just let your shoulders slide down the back. Try to remove the tension from the face. Soften your jaw. Right? Let the tongue slide away from the roof of the mouth. And if it feels good today, close down the eyes. Together, let's start class the best way in the world. A nice deep inhale through the nose. Feel your belly expand, your belly button draw forward. And then nice and slow, exhale, navel back toward the spine. Start to push all that air out. Let's make this a little bit deeper. Inhale through the nose, belly, and then the ribs expand. And a little bit slower, exhale, navel back toward the spine. Let's make it the deepest one yet. Inhale, belly, ribs, collarbone, fill the entire body. Slower than the one before it. Exhale, navel back toward the spine. And then just start to fall into your own rhythm. Deep inhales, maybe to the count of 3 or 4. And at the top of that inhale, pause for a moment. And then as you exhale, nice and slow, maybe to the count of 5 or 6. And then just start to find that rhythm. Deep inhale. Full exhale. And as you start to find that rhythm, start to focus in, hone in on your surroundings, your environment, right? The room you're in currently, right now. Now, it may be a room you've been in for hours on end, but take a moment to observe it, to really focus in on the subtleties of your space. Notice things like the temperature, the scent, the way the air feels against the skin. Perhaps even some sounds, the most subtle sounds that you can hear in the distance. Inhale deeply. And exhale fully. Start to take all that awareness, all that attention, all that focus inside. Right? Start to notice things like how the body's physically feeling right now. You know? Do you feel tight? Do you feel tense? Or do you feel open, relaxed, loose? Without judgment, just take a moment to observe your body. It smells really good in here. Tangerines.
Mm-hmm. doTERRA Purify.
Doing a commercial. And then the next time you inhale, chin to chest. Let your neck get nice and long. Feel the cervical spine stretch. As you exhale, chin to the sky. Stretch through your throat. Bring your head back through center like an owl. Inhale, chin to the right shoulder. Exhale, chin to the left. Bring your head back through center. And then just drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Let your left shoulder soften. And then let the chin roll to the chest. Left ear, left shoulder. Let the chin roll back. Right ear, right shoulder. And then we're just gonna float between those 2 points, in and out, right? Let the head sway, let the neck loosen. Maybe you're feeling it today. Maybe the head falls back for some full circles. But sit up tall and breathe. And if you're taking full circles, take 1 or 2 more. And then maybe start to take it in the other direction. Right? For 3, 2. And then on 1, come on back through center, stack the head on the shoulders, Sukhasana, easy seat. Now readjust in the seat. Sit up tall if you must. Inhale, sweep the arms up, reach for the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. And as you exhale, turn the palms face down, just bring them back to the mat. Flip the palms face up, inhale, sweep the arms up, look up, lift out of the rib cages, like you're clearing the energy around your mat. Exhale, palms down. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Right hand comes to the mat. On your inhale, come up and over with the left hand. Little side bend, stretch through the left rib cage. Put weight in the right palm. Right arm could be straight or a slight bend in the right elbow. Tack your left hip down. One more breath. Cool. Inhale, right hand up. Exhale, left hand down. Up and over. Right? This right hip wants to come off the mat so bad. Tack it down. Inhale, left hand up. And then exhale, twist to the right. Left hand, right thigh. Right hand behind the tailbone. Now maybe you tent the fingertips. That'll help you lengthen the spine and sit up taller. Soften the shoulders. And breathe. And then inhale, unwind, sweep the hands up, look up. Exhale, let's take it to the other side. Think long spine, soft shoulders. Cool. Inhale, unwind, sweep the hands up, look up. Exhale, palms to the knees. Readjust in the seat if you want. Right? If you're sitting on a block or something, you might want to move it just to make yourself more comfortable. But sit up tall, navel in, inhale. And then exhale, lean forward. Inhale, start to take the shoulders and torso to the right. And as you exhale, round the spine, hollow out the belly, chin to the chest, and then swing it forward, inhale. Take it back, exhale. And then start to float between those 2 points. Close the eyes. Let's focus on the thoracic, the lumbar spine. Just let them open up. For 3, 2. One more. The next time you inhale, pause for a moment, and then take it in the other direction. For 3, 2. And then on 1, come on back through center, Sukhasana. And then take the feet, soles of the feet together, take the knees out wide. Right, we're just gonna warm up the lower half of the body, but then we're gonna start to move, I swear. So, knees out wide, you can start to just flutter the knees just a little bit, just to get them going. Right? And then start to find stillness. You can take hold of the feet if you're not. Draw the heart up, look up, inhale. And then the navel in as you exhale, lead with the chest fold forward, Baddha Konasana. Maybe you take the inhale to lengthen up a little. Exhale, maybe you can fold a little deeper. One more time, inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, draw the heart further out and fold. Now the hands can stay on the feet. Maybe you bring the forearms to the mat. Maybe the hips are open. You can walk the hands out, tucking the chin to the chest. The hips don't lie. You can't push this pose. Take 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. And slowly start to come on back up. Keep this right knee bent, straighten your left leg, flex your toes to the sky, and then turn your chest so it's over that leg, right? Because you're probably out here somewhere. Just want to turn your chest and then inhale up. Exhale, nice and easy, fold over that left leg, Janu Shirshasana. You can flex the toes, right? You don't have to go to the deepest variation of this pose. This could be the first time the hamstrings are working. Right? But 2 more breaths. 1 more. And then nice and slow, start to walk the hands back. Take your right hand, put it next to your right hip on the mat. And then sweep your left hand to the sky. Lift onto the right knee. Stargazer pose. Push the hip points forward, 1 breath. And then lower back down. Let's switch the legs out. Straighten the right leg, bend the left knee. Janu Shirshasana on the right side. Turn your chest over the toes, or over the leg. Inhale up. Exhale, fold right over that leg. Keep the right toes flexed. You can reach for the toes, the ankle, the shin. Draw the heart forward. Hello, right hip, hamstring. 3, 2, and then on 1, slowly start to come on back up. Take your left hand by your left hip. Boom. Inhale, right hand to the sky. Lift onto the left knee, just like Ashley here. Press the hip points forward. And then soften the hips down. Bring the legs together. Like you got 1 big leg, toes face the sky. Inhale up. Paschimottanasana. Exhale, fold. You can keep slight bend in the knees if that helps. Right? Because the hamstrings just might be tight right now. Who knows? 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And then nice and easy, start to walk the feet back. Take the feet to the mat. Take your hands behind the backs of the legs, or right on your hamstrings, and then use that to draw your heart up, slide the shoulders down the back. We're setting up for Navasana boat pose, and then start to draw the weight back. Lift the legs off the mat. Find that place on your sits bones where you can balance. Draw the navel in, right? Now the hands can come alongside the body, right? The knees can stay bent. If you like to straighten the legs, you can straighten them. But the navel in, that chest draws up. I have the easy job here. She actually has to do all this. I just have to sit here and talk, right? So take 2 more breaths. Now look, your chest, you want it here, right? So draw the navel in, slide the shoulder blades away, because otherwise you're gonna be like this. And right, and that's not great. 1 more deep breath here, just to warm the belly up. Let's start to lower down. Hover the heels, hover the shoulders. Low Navasana, navel in. Little boat. Loosely translates to. 1 more deep breath. And then nice and easy, come on back up. Regular Navasana, engage the inner thighs, push the heels out. 1 more deep breath. And then cross at the ankles, hug the knees into the chest. 1 more little warm up, and then we're gonna get moving for real. So come to sit up on, at the top of the mat. We're gonna come to double pigeon. So I'd like to take, just to work on the hips and the shoulders at the same time, I'd like to take the shin, the left shin parallel to the top of the mat. Then you take your right shin, you place it right on top of the left. So you have like an ankle and knee alignment, right? Sit up nice and tall. Now what you might find, because, well, this doesn't help because we both have pretty open hips. But like, what you might find is that this right knee is up here because your right hip is crazy tight. So if you have a block, a pillow, a blanket, you can put it right there to make life a little easier, right? You could gently just, a little downward pressure, right? Draw the navel in, sit up nice and tall, and then take your arms out like a T, right? Now, if the shoulders are tight, take opposite shoulder blades, but if you're feeling it today, right arm under left, wrap the elbows, forearms, maybe the palms touch. Now your elbows are gonna drop, right? That's just what's gonna happen. But you're in charge, so draw the elbows up, walk the forearms forward, sit up nice and tall. Feel like the shoulder blades are wrapping and spreading away from the spine, right? Almost like you have like a turtle's back, Now you could stay here, or if you want to isolate the left shoulder, take your elbows and your forearms to the right. You could take a twist here, but like that'll just take away from the stretch. So try to keep the heart forward, belly button forward. You'll feel it here. One more deep breath. Come on back through center. Like an elephant one time raising its trunk. Inhale, elbows to the sky, let the head fall back. And as you exhale, you can hollow out the belly, elbows to belly button. Or maybe you're open enough to start to walk the elbows out in front of the shins and soften down. But that's going to be a lot on the outside of the right hip. For 3, 2, slowly start to come on back up. Unrack the hands. Take the hands behind the back body, fingertips face forward. Now you can push the chest to the sky, soften the shoulder blades, chin up, or navel in, lift the hips off the mat, push the hip points to the ceiling. Either or, no wrong answer. And then soften down. Let's switch the cross of the legs, right leg underneath, left leg on top. Remember, ankle and shin alignment, right? You want the left ankle on top of the right knee, and then vice versa. Right? Pillow, blanket, whatever you got, you put right here. Put navel in, sit up tall. Arms out like a T. Left arm under right. Elbows up, forearms forward, sit up tall. Create this space between your forearms and your nose. And then let's take the elbows and the forearms to the left. You should feel it right along the front of the right shoulder, right at the head of the right shoulder. And then come on back through center, one time like an elephant. Inhale, elbows up. Exhale, elbows to belly button. Or you can start to bring the elbows toward the mat. My left hip is so much tighter than my right. Holy Christ. One more. And then slowly come on back up. Unwind. You could do what you did before. Hands behind the body, fingertips forward, press the chest to the sky. Or you can take the soles of the feet to the mat. About inner hips distance apart. And then inhale, navel in, press the heart up, engage the inner thighs. Whatever variation is good for you. For 3, for 2, for 1, lower those hips down. Let's roll over those knees. Let's come to tabletop pose. Now, move all of your props out of the way. Let's try to get a nice steady base in tabletop, right? You want the knees under the hips. You want the wrists under the shoulders, right? Exactly like what Ashley's doing right now. And let's start to set ourselves up for a couple of cat-cows. So as you inhale, tilt the tailbone up, let the belly drop, draw the heart and chin forward. That's cow pose. As you exhale, tuck the tailbone, navel to the spine, roll your chin to your chest, feel your shoulder blades round in cat pose, right? You really push the mat away. Inhale, tailbone lifts, belly drops, chin up and forward. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, navel to the spine, chin to the chest. And now we're just floating between these 2 points. Inhale, exhale, cat and cow. Right? If there are things you like to do here, like other things, like maybe you want to turn the fingertips to the knees to open up the wrists, do it, right? Maybe you want to sway the hips from side to side. I say go ahead and do it. Maybe big circles over the wrists, go in both directions. I say do it. Or maybe even take the toes to the back of the mat and tuck them. Start to rock back and forth. Don't do that. No, I'm just kidding. Do that too. Whatever you want to do, take like 5 breaths, right? This is your practice. Explore your mat however you want. Three more. If you took the fingertips toward the knees and the palms were down, right? Make sure you do it palms face up too, right? Get both sides of the wrist. One more good one. And then let's come on back through center. Let's take the left leg out like a kickstand. Let's take the right leg to the back of the mat. So now we're coming into this modified side plank. Your right foot, your left knee, and your left hand are in one line, right? That's your safety. The right hand comes to the sky, right? Put weight into the left hand, reach the right fingertips up. Now you could stay here, or you could take your right leg to hip height. Push the heel out like a karate kick. And you could take the bicep along the right ear, palm faces down. You want to keep the whole right side of your body engaged, right? You could stay here, bend your right knee, take your right hand to the top of that foot, push the foot into the hand. You will feel your heart draw forward like a bow and arrow, well, the bow part. One more deep breath. And then gently release, right foot to the mat, right hand to the sky. Deep inhale. Now use your core to lift you as you exhale, navel to the spine. Come on up, right foot, right hand, right knee, left hand to the sky. Gate pose. Feel your left side of the body be long for 3, 2, 1. Nice and easy. Left hand back to the mat, right hand to the mat. Square the hips. Right leg comes to hip height, heel back, toes down. Left fingertips for the front of the room. Thumb faces the sky. Look down at the right hand, press the left heel back. It's like I have you by the ankle and the wrist and I'm just stretching you. Navel's in. You could stay here if you like stillness, or deep inhale, exhale, crunch, knee and elbow to the belly button, round the spine. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Give me one more good one. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Cool. Inhale, extend. Bend your right knee. Left hand to the top of that foot. Push the foot into the hand, draws the heart forward. Now you could look forward or over that left shoulder. One more deep breath. And then tabletop. Nice. Let's get the other side. So, kick that left foot out like a kickstand. Or right foot, your left foot comes to the back of the mat, left hand to the sky. Now, foot, just like Ash here, foot, knee, hand in one line. Now breathe. If you want to take the left leg to hip height, you push the heel out like a karate kick, really flex that foot. And then the left bicep along the left ear, you really reach in the opposite direction. Again, moving in 2 separate directions, the whole left side of her body is working, right? You could stay here or bend that knee, reach for that foot, push the heart forward like a bow and arrow for 3, for 2, for 1. Gently release, left foot to the mat, and then inhale. Exhale, there she is. Come on up, left hand, left knee, right hand to the sky, long right side body for 3, 2, nice Ash. And then nice and slow right hand to the mat. Left hand to the mat. Bring the left leg to hip height, push the heel back, toes down. Right hand to the front of the room. Like you're being pulled in 2 separate directions. That's the length we're looking for. Deep inhale. Exhale, crunch. Elbow and knee to the belly button. Really create the space. Good round spine. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. One more good one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, extend, bend your left knee, right hand to the foot. Push the foot into the hand. Draw the heart forward like the bow. Inhale. Exhale, release. Didn't come to tabletop. Now, from tabletop, I just want to finish off the shoulders. Start to walk the hands to the top of the mat, hips over the knees. Soften the chin and chest down for puppy pose. So, here's the thing about puppy pose. The forehead wants to be on the mat so badly. Try to draw the chin forward. Even if the chin and chest don't touch the mat, draw the chin forward, slide the shoulder blades back. Now, this is a terrible pose. It's awful. No one likes it. I like it. I find it. I enjoy it. But breathe. The first thing that happens in a claustrophobic pose like this, like puppy or dolphin or pigeon is you stop breathing. Deep inhales, full exhales. 2 more. Let the shoulders soften on the exhale. 1 more. Slowly start to walk the hands back. Big toes touch knees out wide. Send your seat to your heels. Balasana, child's pose. If your forehead touches the mat, rock it from side to side. Let your third eye get a nice massage. And guys, just know that child's pose is here throughout the remainder of class. Like, even if I don't call it, and you want to come to it to skip, to catch your breath, to cool off, to take a sip of water, or just to skip a pose, just come to it. You're at home. Nobody's watching you, right? So, find some stillness. Start to walk the hands over to the right side of the mat. Stretch through the left rib cage. Press the seat back.
Their pets may be judging them.
Your pets are probably judging you. Yeah. And then start to walk the hands to the other side. I saw this meme onto the other side of the mat. Stretch through the right ribs, press the seat back. I saw this meme that was like, your pets are angry that you're home so much. I've never experienced that in my life. I feel like pets are like stoked right now. Like this is like their summer vacation. Come on, back through center. Plant the hands, tuck the toes. Take a deep inhale. Now as you exhale, take your hips up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Right? Hands about shoulders distance, weight on the index and thumb, and really extend the arms as best you can. Feel your chest press back. Try to hollow out the belly and tilt your hips to the sky so your tailbone faces the ceiling. Now, whether this is your first down dog, whether it's your 50th down dog, start just like that. Start to pedal those feet out. Bend a knee, straighten a leg. We're walking dogs. Right? Now, if this turns into swaying the hips from side to side, or if you like to roll out to plank, or maybe you want to lift one leg at a time for 3-legged dog, you could do whatever you want for the next 5 breaths. Just do you. No wrong answer. Ashley's over here just showcasing her strength. 2 more breaths. And then we're just going to soften into downward facing dog, right? Try to press the chest back. Now, let's keep building this heat. Inhale, come up high on the tiptoes, hips to the sky, chin to the chest. Then roll over the toes, high plank, high push-up. Right? Feet can be fist distance, hip distance, mat distance, or the knees can be down for plank pose. Take the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Again, high on the toes, hips to the sky, chin to the chest, inhale. And exhale, roll over the toes, high plank, high push-up. Try to draw the biceps towards one another. When you feel like the biceps are pulling at one another, you feel it here in the chest, right? And then the chest starts to press itself away from the mat. And that's what you want. Now hips up and back, downward facing dog. And then roll it right back out to plank again, because we have time to kill. Downward facing dog. We're only going to do that 2 more times. Come up high on the toes, hips to the sky, and then roll it out. Plank. Take a deep inhale. Take a full exhale. Hang there and plank. Don't you dare move, Ashley. Next time you inhale, put your knees on the mat. Tilt your tailbone up. As you exhale, put your chin and chest right between your thumbs. Hug your elbows to the ribs for knees, chest, chin. Inhale, flatten out, peel the chest up and back. Upper arm bones draw back. Bhujangasana, low cobra. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. 3 breaths, inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Okay, last time, high on the toes, hips to the sky, chin to the chest, and then roll it out, plank pose. Take 1 breath in plank, push the mat away. Keep the weight on the index and thumb, like really push that mat away. Now you can take knees, chest, chin if you want, Chaturanga Dandasana, roll forward on the toes, lower down halfway, elbows to the ribs. Perfect, Ash. Untuck the toes, push the mat away, peel the chest up. Maybe it's up dog. If the thighs lift off the mat, that's up dog. That's the other Mukha Svanasana. Stretch through the belly, soften the shoulders. Tuck the toes, downward dog. Right? So look, we have 3 main options for vinyasa today. You could take knees, chest, chin. You could take Chaturanga Dandasana. Or just skip it, don't do it, right? Just go back to down dog. Who cares? Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, little tiny tiptoe steps, walk your feet to the top of the mat. When you get there, forward fold, Uttanasana. Weight in the toes, soft knees, keep the head and the torso heavy. You want to reach for opposite elbows, reach for opposite elbows. You want to sway from side to side, shaking the head yes and no, go ahead and do it. Right? Take 2 breaths. Let the low back just decompress. Nice and easy. We'll come back, find some stillness, and then vertebrae by vertebrae, we're just going to roll it on up to stand little by little. The head and the hands are the last to come up. But the second the head stacks on the shoulders, just like Ash did, inhale, sweep the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, lead with the chest forward fold, Uttanasana, hands to the mat. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift, lengthen the spine, draw the heart forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Let's put it all together. Inhale, up and back, reach for the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, lead with the chest fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. One more like that. Inhale, up and back, reach for the sky. Exhale, right back down to the mat. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. We're going to start to add on. Inhale, up and back, reach for the sky. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, Uttanasana, reach for the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, long, flat spine. Exhale, plant your palms. You could step back to plank. If you like to hop back, try to hop back and land with bent elbows in Chaturanga. Then whatever vinyasa you want, knees, chest, chin, Chaturanga or up dog, two up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 deep breath together. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Inhale, look to those hands. Exhale, feet to those hands and fold. 1 more like that. Inhale, up and back, reach for the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, long, flat spine, draw the hips back. Exhale, fold. Plant the palms, step back, hop back, dance back. Let's move through a vinyasa. If you come to up dog, right, pretend you're pulling yourself out of the pool. Exhale, down dog. 3 deep breaths. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. 2 more. 1 more. Then in down dog, bring your feet together in the center of the mat. Roll out to plank. With your feet together, roll to the knife edge of the right foot. Find Vashisthasana, side plank. Right, now here's the thing. You want to make life easy? Put your right knee on the mat, right? That will be a nice modification. But if you want to really push yourself a little bit, feet can be stacked, right? Another nice modification is you can stagger the feet. That'll make life, yeah, great. That's right. Thanks, Ash. But like, if you want, we're going to get our left foot to the top of the mat. So you can start to take that left foot away from the right. Flex the heel. Like if you're there, fantastic. You want to try the transition. Draw your left knee into your chest, left bicep by the left ear, and then bring that left foot to the top of the mat. Otherwise, just lower down and put that left foot at the top of the mat. Couldn't be any easier. Take your hands to your hips. Try to keep this left knee over the ankle, right? That's paramount. You don't want it back here. You're not going to get the stretch. If it's way out here, you could hurt yourself. Hands to your hips. Let the hips soften. Ooh, this is not great on my right knee. You want to feel it right in this right hip flexor, right? So the hips sink, the heart lifts. You can take your hands to the sky. For 3, 2, on 1. Let's frame your front foot. Put your right hand on the mat, tuck your right toes. You can lift the right knee if you want, left hand to the sky. Right? Left knee stays over the ankle. The inner thighs feel like they're starting to draw toward the center of the mat, right? For 3, 2. Now on 1, frame your front foot. Inhale. Let's put that left foot in the sky, 3-legged dog. Right? Now bend your left knee, stack your hips. But here's the thing, your left shoulder is going to want to open. Try to push your left shoulder. Yeah, just like that, Ash. Right? You push your chest back, you push your hips back. Right? If you like to flip your dog here for Wild Thing pose. The left foot can come up and over, hips up, heart forward, right? If you don't, who cares? And then flip it back over, left leg in the air, deep inhale, exhale, knee to nose. Just to work the belly just a little bit, because why not? Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time, inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. You can go through your lower the left foot down and move through a vinyasa, or if you want to challenge yourself, you can hover the left leg at hip height and move through your vinyasa. As you come to up dog, put the left foot on the mat, peel the chest up, downward facing dog. One deep breath together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Bring your feet together in the center of the mat. Roll it out to plank. This time we're going left. Right? Left knee can be down, feet can be stacked, feet can be staggered. But I want that right hip moving toward the sky. Right? The whole left side of the body is pushing you up. Maybe you're feeling dangerous today and that right leg is feeling light. You want to lift it away from the left. Push the heel out. Then the knee can draw to the chest, right bicep by the right ear. That helps with the transition to get the right foot to the top of the mat. Otherwise, lower down, bring your right foot to the top of the mat. And notice how Ashley's knee is right over the ankle. That's what we want, right? You want to sense that your hips are sinking. You will feel it right here, right in that left hip flexor. Hands can stay at the hips, hands can come to the sky, Anjaneyasana. Right. For 3, 2, frame it. Frame out that front foot. Left hand stays, right hand to the sky. Left knee can stay down. You can tuck those left toes. Little twist. Right knee over the ankle. Notice how Ashley has her left heel over the toes. That's what we're striving for. Right? You want the inner thighs to start to work their way toward the center of the mat. For 3, 2, and then frame it. Let's put that right foot in the air, three-legged dog. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Try to keep your right shoulder square with the left. Nice. Press the hips back, press the chest back. I want to flip your dog because that's what we do. Flip your dog, hips up, heart forward. That's a great shot with the Pure shirt and the mural in the background. Flip it back over. That's money. You need to get a still of that, Ash. Right foot in the air, deep inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. 2 more, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Navel in, round the spine when the knee comes to the nose. Create the space. Last time. Knee to nose. Right foot in the air. You can move through your regular vinyasa with the right foot down or challenge yourself, right leg at hip height. See what that's like. Right foot comes to the mat for up dog or cobra. And then downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. 2 deep breaths. All right, perfect time. Now, let's roll. I'm going to apologize in advance, but let's roll out to plank. Now put your forearms on the mat. Sorry, Ash. So obviously we're coming to forearm plank. So you really press the forearms into the mat, draw the navel in, right? Now this takes a supreme effort on the low half of the body. The heels over the toes, the calves, the quads, the inner thighs, the glutes, all engaged. The navel draws in, right? 2 more breaths. We're really only warming the shoulders up for crow pose, which we're coming to soon. Spoiler alert. You could stay here or bring the feet together and then roll to the knife edge of the right foot. Now, you can draw the right hand more toward the center of the mat if you want to protect the shoulder, or the right hand could stay straight. I draw the hand in, it just feels better. Feet could be stacked or staggered. Engage the whole right side of the body. 1 more deep breath. It's best not to think about it. Roll right through center, come to the left, forearm down. Engage the whole left side of the body. Push that right hip to the sky. Navel in for 3, 2, Come back through center, forearm plank, and then start to walk the feet toward the body for dolphin pose. Now, this is a sucky pose, so if this was one of those times where you're like, maybe a child's pose does sound pretty good, take it now. Plant your forearms though if you're in dolphin. Press your chest back. As you walk your feet forward, a slight bend in the knees will point your tailbone straight to the sky. Now, with that said, tuck your chin to your chest, keep pushing your chest back. If you want to feel what it feels like to take one foot in the sky, put one foot in the air. Make sure you alternate. If you have a forearm stand in your practice, now would be a good time to do it. We got 3 more breaths. 2. Woo, dolphin pose sucks. 1 more breath. And then plant your hands, downward facing dog. Let's get you off of those hands. Inhale, look to them. Exhale, feet to the outside edges of the mat. Sink the seat low. It's Malasana squat. Yeah, palms come together at heart center. Push the palms together. Let the elbows push the knees out wide, but also push the knees back, right? It's this dual action. The navel draws in, the spine gets long. Engage your Mula Bandha, your bathroom muscles. Feel yourself become steady. You can stay in Malasana, which it clearly looks like Ashley could spend the rest of the day in Malasana. Or if crow pose is in your practice, hands come to the mat, knees come to the triceps, or hug them into the biceps, right? That could be the first step. And then roll the weight forward. Right? Your feet never have to leave the mat. You can lift 1 foot at a time. But if they do, you can probably see it. Ashley's big toes are touching. Right? She's trying to draw her heels toward her seat as best she can, and she is pushing the mat away. I can't tell this for a fact, but it seems like as hard as she can. Ash, can you clarify? Yep, she can't even speak, guys. When you come back through center, find Malasana squat. And then plant the hands, lift the hips to the sky. Forward fold. Heel toe the feet about hips distance apart. Take a super deep bend in the knees. Put your belly on your thighs. Put your peace fingers around your big toes. And then start to pull up on the toes. Let the chest draw closer to the knees. And then start to straighten the legs. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. Navel in, tailbone toward the ceiling. Right. For 3 more breaths. 2 more breaths. Nice. 1 more breath. And then release from the pose. Take soft knees and then sweep the arms up to the sky. Urdhva Hastasana, inhale. Exhale, hands at heart center. Let's come to the top of the mat. Big toes touch, slight gap in the heels. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, sink your seat low, Utkatasana chair pose. Roll the weight out of the toes. Roll right into the heels, slide the knees back. Squeeze the inner thighs like you're squeezing a block between them. Right? Now, take your hands to heart center. Put weight in your left foot, right? Your left leg is strong. From here, start to draw your right knee into your chest. And as you exhale, start to hinge forward, press the right foot back. Draw the chest forward, Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. Now, the right foot is flexed. The hands can stay at heart center. The hands could reach out in front, biceps frame the ears, or the hands can reach out behind you, like plane wings. You can also take your hands to blocks or bugs. But draw the navel in, try to keep the chest lifted, slide the shoulder blades back. Right? 1 more deep breath. And then I want you to float your right foot to the back of the mat, find high lunge. Left knee over the ankle, perfect dash. Strong right leg, engage the inner thighs. Take 1 more breath here. And then let's start to take the left hand to the back of the room, the right hand to the front. right? Now you really have to squeeze the inner thighs together as you take this like twisted up warrior two. Sort of. But like the shoulders have to be soft. Ash is perfect. The thumbs are up, right? And again, I can't tell, but for you to stay up like this, Ash, you have to engage your inner thighs or you're gonna tip over.
Yep.
Yep. One more deep breath. And now we're just gonna open it up. Take the right hand back, spin the back heel flat, open it up, warrior two. Left knee over the ankle. Weight in the knife edge of the right foot. Tailbone faces down, really nice. Soft shoulders. Now flip your front palm hinge forward. Exhale, sweep your left hand to the sky. Keep the left knee bent. Peaceful warrior. Now notice here, Ashley's knee never moved. It's still over the ankle. She's not dumping into the low side of her right back. She's lengthening her left ribs, and that's what you want. You want long ribs here. Your right hand could reach down the leg. It could wrap for the left pocket if that's your thing. For 3, 2, so effortless. On one, cartwheel the hands down, frame your front foot. We're stepping back to plank. We're moving through a vinyasa if we want. We could skip it, but we shall meet in down dog. We got one more side, guys. I hope you're still with me. Yeah, let's fell into the camera. Inhale, look to the hands. Exhale, feet to the hands. And fold. All right. Take a slight bend in your left knee. Straighten your right leg. Put your left hand on the mat. Take your right hand to the sky. Now, you can put a block under your left hand or a book. But you are going to feel it on the right side, the outside of the right leg. Right? 2 more breaths. 1 more. And then let's switch. We're going to straighten the left leg. We're going to bend the right knee. Right hand on the mat, left hand to the sky. Now the outside of your left hip is not thrilled right now. Not stoked. For 2 more. 1 more. And then come back through center, forward fold. Soft knees, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, hands at heart center. Last time, big toes touch, slight gap in the heels. Inhale up. And then bend the ankles, knees, and hips. Sink the seat low. Utkatasana, chair pose. Right? Check in with yourself. Draw the knees back. Inner thighs are engaged. They're squeezing toward the center of the mat. The navel's drawing in. Right? Now, there's no real physical proof that this helps the pose, okay? Or makes it any more pleasant. But take the corners of your mouth and just slide them up toward your ears. Right? And I don't know, maybe it did make it a little more helpful. Take the hands to heart center. Put weight in the right foot. Deep inhale. Start to draw the left knee up. And as you exhale, start to hinge forward. Press the left foot back. Virabhadrasana 3. Warrior 3. Flex your left foot. Draw the navel in. Hands can stay at heart center. Whatever variation you want. Take 3 breaths. We're almost there, guys. We are at the end of our standing poses. One more. With grace, right? Because we're graceful here at Pure Tom's River. Let's float the left foot to the back of the mat. Sweep the hands up. High lunge. Look at Ashley's alignment. Notice how her knee is over her ankle, right? It's not passing the toes. It's not caving in toward the big toe, right? And a lot of that is inner thigh engagement, right? You want to keep those inner thighs strong to keep that knee from buckling in. And take the left hand forward, right hand back. Soft shoulders. Getting that Pure logo in the shot. Let them know, Ash. 1 more deep breath. Now gently, we're going to spin back, right hand forward, left hand back. Spin the back heel flat, warrior 2. Soft shoulders. Point the tailbone down and breathe. Flip your front palm hinge forward, exhale, reverse. Yeah, you could take the half bind, you could just slide the hand down the left leg, but look at the long ribs here, right? She's not collapsing into the low part of her back. She's lengthening her ribs away from her hip. Right? One more breath. All right, guys, let's cartwheel the hands down. We'll frame our front foot. And let's move to our final vinyasa of class. Yeah, we'll meet in down dog. From down dog, inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, walk, step, hop, or float those feet to the top of the mat. And then lower down, come to lay flat on your back. So once you come to lay flat on your back, I want you to take the feet about fist distance apart. Take your right ankle, put it on your left thigh. Push your right knee away with your right hand. We're going to set up for reclined pigeon now. You could stay here, or if this is not enough, you can interlace the fingers behind the left hamstring, draw the left knee into the chest, flex both your feet. If you don't get enough out of this stretch either, you can straighten your left leg to the mat. Ash, can you do that for me real quick?
And the left leg to the mat.
That is exactly what you're doing. Exactly what Ashley's doing, right? So like you can hook your elbows, you can take your hands to your leg and draw the knee in. Now this is more like a regular pigeon, right? It's just on your back, you can control it. So any one of those three variations will do. Take 5 more breaths. 4. 3. 2. And then on 1, let's gently exit the pose, and we're just going to switch sides, right? Right foot down, left ankle in. You can push the knee away. You want to interlace behind the right hamstring, you can, right? Those are station stops 1 and 2. If you are open in the hips, you need more. You could straighten the right leg. You could hold on, whether you hook the elbows or just hold on with the hands to the calf, shin, and foot, you can. Really flex, if this is where you're at, well, regardless, really flex your toes. Whatever version, flex those toes. One more. And then let's gently release the pose, take the feet to the mat, about hips distance apart. Use the middle fingers to graze the heels. Then plant your hands, plant those feet. Let's get those hips in the air for bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. You can roll the arms underneath the back. Interlace the fingers, let the palms touch. But keep weight in the heels. Feel the inner thighs engage. Roll your chin away from your chest for 3 breaths. 2. 1. And then gentle. Lower the hips down. Feet come max distance. Let the knees touch. And then we're windshield wipers from side to side. All right, let's keep our low back nice. And then come on back through center. Find stillness. Feet come back about hips distance apart. You can graze for the heels with the middle fingers if you want bridge pose, but if you want wheel or Urdhva hands could come over the shoulders, fingers face the feet. Plant the hands, plant the feet, and lift the hips to the sky. Our final back bend. If you're in wheel, and I really can't demo wheel yet, for those of you that don't know, I broke my left hand 2 months ago, and I can't turn my hand in that direction fully and put weight on it. But if you're in wheel, straighten the arms, try to press your heart forward, roll your chin away from your chest. Engage the glutes, engage the inner thighs, keep the legs active in wheel. Everybody take 2 more. 1 more. And then everybody lower the hips down. Hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze, maybe rock from side to side like a little egg. And then find stillness. Take your arms out like a T. Drop those knees to the right. Gaze over to the left. And then take the knees through center, drop them to the left. Look over to the right. Slowly come back through center. Reach for the outside edges of the feet. Let the knees come to the armpits. Feet to the sky. Happy baby. Ananda Balasana. You're going to try to keep the tailbone on the mat. Try to keep the shoulders on the mat. Push the feet into the hands. And then if you want to stay still, do it. You want to rock from side to side. Do it. You like to straighten a leg, bend a knee, go ahead and do that. Whatever variations of happy baby you like to do, get after it. 2 more breaths. And then slowly release. Hug the knees into the chest. Let's rock the length of our spine to come up to sit. Let's take our final stretches. Right? So when you come up to sit, take the soles of the feet together, knees out wide. The closer the heels are to the body, the harder this is going to be. But just like before, take hold of the feet, draw the heart up, inhale. Exhale, lead with the chest forward fold. Take 3 deep breaths. One more. And then slowly start to come on back up. Start to take the legs out wide, toes to the sky like you're in a wide-legged straddle, hands up. Exhale, right down the center forward. Fold hands, forearms. You could reach for the toes to draw forward, right? If you can get your whole chest on the mat, today's your day, right? But flex the toes, draw the heart forward, draw the chin forward. You're both hamstrings, they're not thrilled. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And then nice and slow, start to come on back up. Take the legs together, toes to the sky. Paschimottanasana, our final pose of class. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Hands could come to toes, ankles, shins. There could be a slight bend in the knees, right? 3 breaths. 2. And then on 1, start to break the pose. Little by little, start to lean back vertebrae by vertebrae until you come to lay flat on your back for Shavasana. Let your feet splay. Let your palms rest next to your hips face up, and let your body press heavily into the mat. Let the body relax. Focus on the breath. let's start to bring awareness back into the body. Let's start to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Start to roll out the ankles and the wrists. Maybe even take the hands overhead, stretch and reach in both directions. Rock your head from side to side and smile. And then draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a tight little squeeze. Hug yourself in there. Rock from side to side. But eventually, let's make our way onto our right side. Let's take a moment to think about one thing in our life that we're grateful for. Person, place, thing. Could be a couple of things. But eventually, start to press yourself up to Sukhasana, easy seat. Root down through the sits bones, draw the navel in, soften the shoulders, lengthen up. Hands can come to the knees, into the lap or at heart center. And close the eyes, bow the head. Well, I just wanted to take a little time to thank you guys so much for hopping onto your mat this morning and just dedicating a little time to yourself and your practice. I know it's not easy sometimes, but thank you for hopping up on your mat. I also want to take a second to thank Ashley for helping demo this entire class. Ash, it's always so good to be around you. Thank you so much. Yeah, other than that, guys, I hope you're all safe. I hope you're all well, feeling great. You know, I could probably speak for Ashley. We miss you guys terribly around the studio and stuff like that. Can't wait for it to go back to normal. For myself, Ashley, and everybody here at Pure, we love you. There's nothing you can do about it. Namaste.
Namaste.
Later, guys.